Javi. This is how far I've gotten so far. So basically, the hydraulic pieces will come through these holes here. Which, if you want to disconnect everything, you'd have to take these off. I'm going to put some little extensions on these pipe fittings, and that'll give us a little more height and allow you to unscrew it. You'll have to unscrew the big bolt or the big nuts here in order to take the ram out, the two rams out, and then this unscrews with these large bolts here. Now, here's the problem, and I need you to give me an answer on this. The way that the only way this thing can actually be strong enough, because we're probably talking 100 pounds right here, and this thing, oh, I'm sure it weighs at least 200. So we're 60 plus another 50 there, plus another 30 or 40 there, and another 10 or 15 there. So the only way to actually make these two connections secure enough is to bolt them together, just like a solid bolt. So it would bolt to here, and to here. And then the way you would take it apart would be to unscrew these nuts here, or these bolts here, and unscrew them from that connection right there. And then this whole part from here on would separate, and then you could take the tubes out, or the rams out, and separate everything. But you can already see that this is like, you're talking 20 minutes to take everything apart, and probably another 30 minutes to put it back together. So I can go with bolting this thing together, or we can come back in with this method, which is what they had in the smaller version, which absolutely won't work. This is just way too weak. By the time you punch a hole through the center of whatever you're going to put in here. So the only other alternate is to make another one of these about, I don't know, 2 or 3 inches bigger. And then come in with a collar that's about this size to slide inside of that bigger collar, and with a hole in it so that the cable can go through it. So, but I'd already machined this one. I've got this all set up. I don't know what you want to do. I'm going to end up putting another 10 hours or so into building those bigger collars and getting everything set up so you can separate this piece from this piece easily, just like the other one. And I just can't I can't do that for one without your knowing what's going to happen, and for another without charging you extra to do it. So let me know what you're going to do here, and then also, of course, look at this. This is backwards. This flips around and goes underneath. But for right now, we're on the bench here, and everything weighs more than I can handle, and so I just set it up that way. All right, so let me know what you have in mind, and we'll go from there.